We all know no family is perfect, and teenage years can get messy. But what kind of mother tells her daughter to marry her own father? What kind of mother looks at her child and says, "I hope your boyfriend dumps you. I hope your friends leave you. You should share a bed with your dad instead of me." This isn't a line from a horror movie. This is something this mother actually said multiple times, and this daughter kept quiet for years, until the day she sat down and wrote everything. No filter, no fear, no apologies. But before I read this letter, I need you to understand something. What you're about to hear isn't just a vent. This is the portrait of a deeply dysfunctional relationship, the kind that makes you question your own sanity, the kind that makes you wonder if you're the problem when you were never the problem. To make sense of this letter, let me explain the scenario. Sarah is an adult daughter in her early 20s who spent her entire life walking on eggshells. An unpredictable mother, one moment treating her like a princess, the next like she was the worst person in the world. No middle ground. Never. Her mother never taught her how to do basic household tasks, simple things, the kind of stuff most parents teach naturally. And every time she made a mistake, she heard that she was grown enough to know better. Know what? Nobody explained. And here's where it gets worse. This mother shows every sign of what psychologists call enmeshment. It's when a parent can't separate their own identity from their child's. The child isn't a person, they're an extension, a possession. And when that possession tries to have their own life, the parent feels betrayed. Years of confusion, years feeling like she wasn't a person, she was property, an extension of her mother. And when she tried to be her own person, the mother lost it. Until one day she decided to put it all on paper. And that's what you're about to hear now. You know what? No. I have put up with this shit throughout the first half of my 20s and I'm sick of it. I'm tired of saying something innocent or stupid, you interpreting it in the worst way possible, and villainizing me, making me apologize for the shit you decided I was guilty of. That's not how that f***ing works. I am not responsible for your cognitive dissonance. I'm not responsible for your need to turn your own child into a villain. Whatever beef I had with you in high school is water under the bridge. I don't care. What I care about is how you've treated me as an adult. You never taught me how to do basic chores, and it's resulted in me being confused about what to do around the house unless I'm explicitly told. And the only response I ever get to this confusion is, "You're grown, you could do more." Do more what? I don't know how to house. I wasn't taught how. I know I can improve in certain things, you're absolutely right about that. I do need to regain self-control, independence, all that. And I'm trying to. But every time I f*** up, you conveniently ignore everything I do for you and everything I do around the house. Because God forbid I'm ever something in your eyes besides a golden little angel when you're happy, or Voldemort when you're pissed. It's never in between, and it's driven me insane with confusion for years. I don't feel like a person in your eyes. I feel like a thing, your thing. And you can't stand watching your thing try to grow and become its own person. Ever since I stopped being easy, you turned into a bitter, angry, black and white ball of rage. You're jealous of my boyfriend and my friends. No, I don't care how many times you've said, "It's not that I don't want you to have friends." You react negatively every time I spend time with them. You're jealous. If you weren't, you wouldn't say things like, "I hope he dumps you, I hope your friends leave you." What kind of parent even humors that image in their head? And for that matter, what kind of parent drops incestuous comments about their child's relationship with their other parent? Do you even read half the shit you say to me? What parent tells their kid, "Marry your dad when I'm dead"? You guys are perfect for each other. You should share a bed instead of me and him. Do you have any idea how disgusting and creepy that is? Let's take him out of the picture real quick and focus on just you and me. I don't hang out with you anymore because you have driven me away, whether you realize it or not. And every time I try to mend our relationship, you only ruin it again. It was never me, or this house, or your disability. It's you. You lash out and then beg me to stay with you. You demonize me and expect me to apologize for it. You see me becoming my own person, and you're desperate to wring me back into some pigeonhole. I want to take care of you. I want to help you as you become less and less able to do things, but you won't do anything about your mental health. You refuse to. There's something else deep inside that no professional has diagnosed yet, and it's completely wrecking your brain. You are becoming the very woman you ran away from to protect me. The one who stalked, threatened, and followed you across state lines and tried to ruin our lives. And now you're idolizing that woman every time you bring her up. You appreciate my brutal honesty. Here you go, you're becoming her. You will continue to become her unless you finally decide to look inward. But I know you won't, so I don't know why I'm bothering. And now I want to throw some questions at you. How much should a child endure? Because there's this idea that family is everything. Blood is thicker than water. You only get one mother. And yeah, sure, that's true. But at what cost? How many years of your mental health are you supposed to sacrifice for someone who refuses to change? Is there a limit? Or are we supposed to just take it forever because that's family? When does loyalty become self-destruction? This daughter clearly still loves her mother. She says it, I want to take care of you. Even after everything, even after the insults, the jealousy, the creepy comments, she still wants to help. But is that love? Or is that trauma? Is she holding on because she genuinely wants to, or because she was programmed to feel guilty if she doesn't? Can someone like this mother ever change? The daughter says it herself. I know you won't. She's given up hope. But is she right? Is there a point where someone is too far gone? Or is that just the exhaustion talking? And even if change is possible, is it the daughter's job to wait around for it? What would you do with this letter? Would you send it? Would you keep it to yourself? Would you read it out loud to your mother's face? Because writing it is one thing. Actually confronting someone with it is another. Some people would say, send it, she needs to hear it. Others would say, don't bother, she'll just twist it against you. What's the right move? Is cutting off a parent ever the right choice? This is the big one, the one nobody wants to answer. Because society tells us that abandoning your parents is one of the worst things you can do. But what if staying is killing you? What if every interaction leaves you worse than before? Is walking away selfish, or is it survival? And if you were raised by someone like this, how do you make sure you don't become them? Because that's what the daughter is afraid of, right? That's what she's pointing out. The mother became the grandmother. The cycle repeated. So how do you break it? How do you take all that damage and not pass it on? I don't have answers, I really don't. But I think these questions matter. And I think the fact that so many of us can relate to this letter says something about how common this is and how little we talk about it. So I'm throwing it to you. Tell me what you think. Would you send this letter? If you feel comfortable, share your thoughts. You never know who might feel less alone because of them. And if this story resonated with you, please consider subscribing. See you in the next story.